Hello, everyone, and welcome to my live. Oh, geez, what was that? Hello, everyone. Oops. And welcome to my live. Clearly, I'm having some technical difficulties. Okay, hello, bear with me. This is. Okay, can you guys hear me okay? That was funny. Okay. Can you guys hear me all right? Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you can hear me okay, because I just messed up a little bit technically. It's funny because if you watch my last video, I talk about YouTube and things I've gotten comfortable with and things that, okay, thank you, Sylvia. Much appreciated. I hope you had a little guffaw about that. Oh, good. Creative Care Corner. Hello, my friend. It's good to see you. And it's funny because this is one of the things I was going to chat about today. Because last video I was talking about, making 50 videos, and it was interesting. I had an interesting week. I can't wait to get into it with you guys. But while you're logging in, everyone, don't forget to tell me where you are coming. Where are you chatting in from? Because I always love to hear it, and I I just want to say hey and see how things are going around the world. But my last video, it was funny. I was talking about things that I still have that I fear or that scare me, and one of the things I talked about was my live stream, and sometimes how I'm challenged technically with some videos. Hello from Illinois. Sylvia's calling here from Northern Illinois, and one of the things that was kind of funny was one of my first live streams, and I'm not sure if you were ever there, and I don't think many people realize it because a lot of people are, there's a lot of information that goes through live streams, so people have to kind of go through the whole thing. So people who watch it on a replay, they barely watch the whole thing. But while I was getting used to putting comments up, I don't know what happened, but there was someone who logged in that said something they posted something with that referred to body parts. It was really an obscene comment. And I thought if you click on it that you can delete it, but instead it pops it up on the screen. And then I realized I popped it up on the screen. So for a few seconds, you could see the profane comment. So I thought that was kind of funny. And then just now, I forgot that I had another layer of YouTube behind my my Chrome, and whoops, that was causing an echo, and that's why things sounded a little bit wonky. But anyway, thank you for I know, Sylvia. Thank you. It's so funny when we overcome our challenges in front of other people, but sometimes you just gotta laugh it off, right? Oh my gosh, there was this other funny situation where I sing at my church as well, right? So one time I was cantering for a mass, and my family was there, and I was singing, and then for the life of me, I wear glasses. Actually, I have bifocals because I have really, really bad vision. So anyway, I'm nearsighted and farsighted, and when I wear my contact lenses, I can only see far, so I cannot see near. And then if I have a book, then I can't see the notes very well. So anyway, one time I was singing, and it was a hymn that I thought I knew off by heart. But if you've ever sang and then forgot the words, then looked down to refer, if you were I was singing by myself, so there was nobody there to kind of hide behind. So I lost my spot. When I looked down, I realized I had my contact lenses on and I couldn't see the words or the notes. And then I ended up just humming the song to the entire assembly for the rest of the hymn. I didn't know what to do because it was mid-sentence that I lost track of where I was. Anyway, that was a little funny story. Nobody's perfect. See? Oh my goodness. Hello, Creative Care Corner. Technology is difficult. Yeah, and especially in front of people. Loved your video though. Thank you. Thank you. I found it interesting this week because things that like I'm scared of kind of came up more than once this week. Like I was in a coaching session with somebody and I was like helping her through pick some items for her to curate for her, like her crochet business. And then we were talking and I forget what the subject was, but I told her, I'm like, yeah, that makes me really nervous. I get scared about that. And she was like, you get scared? And I'm like, yeah, like all the time, every day. Like just because you kind of built a bunch of stuff, that doesn't mean that you don't get scared or you don't work through fear, or that that other people don't experience these things. It's just kind of like a matter of how you deal with it. And I personally don't even think I deal with some of my fears all that well. Like through the years, I realized, like, I have kind of like a kind of a little bit of a nervous personality. So I do things like I meditate, and when I'm speaking, I try and like slow down. When I'm nervous, I tend to speed up when I speak. But and then another thing that I do is another nervous tendency I have is I tend to smile. So that kind of works, I guess, in favor of like doing things like YouTube, because when I'm nervous, I'll tend to get chatty, but at the same time, I have to kind of watch what I say, or I could just keep speaking and speaking. But I mean, it helps in live streams too, right? Hello, my dear from Chicago. I remember where you're from, classy crafty wife. So yeah, like, and then I got a comment on one of my YouTube posts that they were surprised that I get scared about stuff. And I thought, you don't think that I get scared about stuff? I'm like scared all the time. And another thing, like if you ask my family too, I'm a big crier. I love crying watching movies. I love crying like when great things happen, when like sad things happen. I just love feeling, right? So anyway, like I tell my kids, they're like, oh look, mom, they tell me, they're like, oh look, mom's crying again. And I'm just like, it's fun to get into movies and feel what's going on in a good movie. And anyway, we're going to cover some of that today in the video, in this live stream. But anyway, I just want to say hi to everyone. Paul McCartney saying scrambled eggs when he was writing yesterday until he found the word yesterday. Yes. Oh my gosh. Wouldn't that be hilarious if I sang scrambled eggs during a hymn? Oh, I wish I remember what I was singing, but it was hilarious. And then after that particular mass, all my regular choir who were in the assembly, they came up to like tell me it wasn't as bad as it seemed. It was totally as bad. It was totally as bad as it seemed, because they noticed and they felt so bad for me that they had to like console me when it was done. Oh my gosh. I was laughing, but I was in tears. I was laughing so hard that it was like, oh my goodness. At the end of it, I'm like, I felt so bad. But anyway, luckily our pastor is so nice. He was like, I didn't even notice. So kind. You had to have noticed. Anyway, everyone, if you're just logging in, thank you so much for coming and joining me in our lunch and live today. I hope I don't take up your entire lunch with you not eating. You should totally grab something to eat or snack on and just get ready to like participate in the chat today, because we have fun things that we're doing. We're all humans. I screamed this morning when I saw a spider. I hate them. I hate spiders too. Doesn't it make you laugh though when you're alone and then you scream, and then it's almost the next reaction is to like laugh at yourself because you're like reacting to things. But yeah, or there was I think a blog post I saw somebody wrote, and they were like, they were saying that they bumped into a mirror and then they were like, oh, I'm sorry. Anyway, that's a whole nother one. Oh, good. You're enjoying your lunches on Fridays. Oh, great. I was hoping that you would enjoy lunch on Friday. I remember when I used to work corporate, I used to sit in my car and listen to YouTube videos and like just go to a drive-through and like eat, roll down the windows, let the breeze pass through my car, and then watch my favorite channels or maybe catch a live. So and then like I think to myself, maybe that's one of those things that people can enjoy today. So, and don't forget to let me know where you're dialing in from, because I'd love to hear. So let's see. I hope everybody's week was nice. I got to admit, this week for me was was good. It was it was a pretty steady pace. I just minded how quickly I was doing things. I was managing my schedule okay. Today is the final day for all my kids at school, and my husband's a teacher, and you probably know that. So he's last day too, and then everybody's on summer holidays. I just passed my daughter's room, and she just finished her culminating. We call that's they're like final exams. Oh my goodness. And then I'm going to go pick up, she made the honor roll. Yay. So, I have to pick up her honor roll certificate after this video. So I'm excited about that. And then they get a mug. Yay. Now you can drink from a mug. So I'm going to go pick up that. So it's nice. What are you guys planning for this summer? Now, I'm not fully vaccinated yet. So for us, we're just kind of sticking around Ontario, but drop in the comments what you guys plan on doing this summer. But anyway, I'm going to, like I mentioned, if you caught my last video, I was talking a lot about, having gone to, thank you. Thank you. It's all her. It's all, of course, having a good honor roll. Oh, yes, I am proud of her. It's honestly, I have to say, it's all her. She's a hard worker. She just like kind of keeps her head down and finishes. Sometimes she is a little hard on herself because she wants to do things like so perfect, but I'm more of like, sometimes done is better than perfect. So do it as well as you can, but sometimes you do got to meet deadlines. So I have to help her out with that too. But anyway, our kids, it's so nice to see them developing into like their own person and what they prefer and that sort of thing. Oh yes. You're organizing your stash of yarn. Don't even remind me about organizing yarn. I don't even know if I want to take on that monster. Like I thought about, last night I was watching YouTube videos of people showing their yarn stashes, and I'm like, wow, I'm embarrassed to show where I keep all of my yarn. Like there's a lot, and it's really, really, I have my own sense of organization, but I'm not sure I could shoot a video on it because it would just be really ugly. Like I think people would lose respect for me for how not like it's not tidy looking, but I know where everything is. Ooh, Grand Canyon. I've been to the Grand Canyon once, and I would love to go back because I see people going there all the time and posting pictures. It's so beautiful there. Oh, yes. Re-exploring your city with her. Yes. You know what I thought I would do? In Toronto, we have, first time watching from Argentina. Hello, the last shall be first. I remember your comment on YouTube. I don't know if you caught me from the very beginning when I was talking about singing a hymn and forgetting the words. But I remember when you commented on my YouTube channel, I was like, your YouTube name reminds me of a hymn. But anyway, thank you for joining us from Argentina. It's lovely to have you. Tell me what time it is. Saf container garden, organized mess, right? Praise to you if you have an organized yarn area. Good for you, because like I think I'm going to undertake that. In fact, I keep my studio is in my basement, so I have set out for myself to get a storage area this summer and not only fix up my studio area, but get rid of stuff that I don't need. Yes, over the years, I have accumulated so many like housewares, gift wrapping paper. And then on the other side of my basement is like everything for our house. But on the other side, it's all of my business stuff, like my inventory for yarn I have to, and my inventory for my product. And with COVID, I had to move everything into the basement. So it's just a ton of stuff. Oh, do you really sing? Oh, it's 1:13 p.m. right now. Well, it's just a little bit over lunchtime. So this is perfect. You're enjoying our little luncheon live as well. Organizing. You should do a vlog style video. I should. But you know what? If I did a vlog style video on organizing, and I love that you said that. If I did a vlog style video on organizing, I mean, there's some things that I like, there's some things that you're good at, but there's other things I'm not the greatest at. And I am not I don't think I'm the greatest at organizing. So I always wonder, I'm like, should I do a vlog style video? I don't want people to pick up bad habits from me, right? But I mean, you guys can watch me like fumble around trying to be as organized as possible. That would probably be a funny video, but I mean, I could do my best. I do try and group my yarns into like fibers, and then I group it into colors. But once I get working, you're pulling out different things. And then I like when I'm in the middle of a season, probably between September and December, there is no time to like reorganize. So by the end of December or February, like skeins are reshoved back into the general area of the color, but they're not particularly organized. And then I have this one stash box that is upstairs, and it's all of the wound up ends that I have. And usually at the beginning of the season, I clean it out, I group them, I put them in plastic bags with the particular fibers that they belong with. But by the end of a season, it's upstairs and it's full of random balls of skeins that are like random balls at the end of skeins and balls that haven't been finished, and it's like topping the top of my the top of this box. I'm going to take a picture of it and put it on my my Insta story so you guys can take a look at it. For those of you who have joined me on my live today, you'll know what I'm talking about when you see this like box that's like brimming with yarn coming out of the sides. Oh, you have an updated craft room. People thought it was a yarn store. Never enough yarn. I know it is never enough, right? When you're at the yarn store, you just want more and more. And especially when you find something that when you find something that really is so soft and luscious, and you just have to buy it, right? It's a crazy addiction, but at least it's a healthy one. It doesn't, affect you, and it makes you feel good when you finally get to start working with it. Oh, my YouTube name right. Thank you. That's so sweet. Let's see. I'd love to see you do an organizing craft room video. I'm going to try. My husband is very much encouraging me to clean up my studio area. He's offering to put strip lighting in. I don't know if that will really happen, but I'm hoping it does. But so let me just one of the things I did want to follow up with was, if you watch my video on crochet hook reviews, we're going to get into crochet hooks today, guys. You want to talk crochet hooks? Again, drop in the comments your favorite crochet hooks. Group mine by brand and weight, and others are put into bags of yarn that go together for large blankets. Others are grouped for shawls. So like by genre. Interesting. That's good. That's a good idea. I love you guys sharing your organization tips. I'll share some other organization tips that have really worked for me. This one yarn boutique that I used to buy, actually I still occasionally buy wholesale from them, but they were like, always put your projects in a see-through bag. So what she would do is she changed her shopping bags to see-through bags so that you could always convert them, and they were closable. So you could always convert them to a project bag afterwards. And then she was like, and don't forget to like put a stitch marker on like where your work in progress is. And then another thing I do is I put a Post-it note so I remember like the gauge of yarn or the hook that I was using. Sometimes I put the hook in there, but then I ended up losing so many of my hooks because I couldn't remember which project bag I'd leave my hook in. But those are ways to keep organized. Another thing she would do was one time she was selling all of her yarn in project bags that had like a little white box on them, so you could write on the front what project you were using, like your hook you were using, what yarn, well, which yarn, but what gauge and all of that sort of thing, or if there were intricacies of like the pattern that you were writing. So what I did was, when I started teaching crochet, I put all of my kits in see-through bags so that I'd be able to, like, when people go home, I'm like, by the way, everyone, these are project bags too. So if you ever have new projects, put them in the bag so you can group it. Because I'll tell you, you'll have a lot of work in progresses. And then eventually when you want to go back to it, it's going to be hard to remember. Or you'll just end up with a huge bin of tangled, half-done messes, which I also have and still haven't cleaned out. I should show you my bin of, I haven't finished these projects, or it's kind of mixed in with these projects are not like worthy of even launching as a project, as a product. It'd be interesting for you guys to show items that that are just not worthy of being sold. But anyway, oh, let me just make sure I caught on Sylvia Maxwell. Oh, that's awesome. You went to see-through also. Yes, smart for see-through bags. Now I have a whole bunch of see-through closable bags, not just for project bags, but they're great as gifts. And then I was waiting on furls, but my favorite hooks are Amour. Hello from Toronto, who's now in Ottawa. Hello, Diana C. This is, I think, the first time you've commented on our live stream. Great to see you. I'd love to see new Ontarians. We are almost out of lockdown. I can't wait. One day, maybe we can even do like a meetup. I would just love to do a meetup. There's so many people who actually live near me that watch. I don't know if Yvette Samuels is on today, but she usually logs in. Great. Yes, that's one of them. The pack that I sent you, the scrunchie kit, that is a closable project bag. So once you're done the scrunchie and you're wearing it in your hair, there is a project bag for you. You can also give like crochet gifts in them too. It's just so nice to like not have to to be able to reuse your bag. So it's good for the environment. 3 bins of forgotten projects. Yeah. Okay. Drop in the comments how many bins of forgotten projects you all have. I've got at least a solid bin of forgotten, kind of like I haven't woven off ends. It's just, or they're too ugly to finish. No favorite yarns yet. Saf Container Garden. Hello, my dear. I'm a newbie. I only have tried Red Heart and have 5mm. I want to try fingering weight yarn and need smaller hooks. Love the look of fingering. Yes. Fingering weight yarn creates. I love fingering yarn weight projects as well. I don't make some of my things that I sell are made of fingering weight. Luckily, I do have people that help me out with it, but when I was like in my 20s, I used fingering and string a lot because I did crochet lace when I was younger. I don't have the eyes for it now, and nor the patience because I also have to like make other things. But it's so much fun. And I mean, everybody starts with like the acrylic Red Heart yarns. They work up so quickly and they do come in like gorgeous, gorgeous colors. So it's always fun when you start with like the varieties of yarns that you have a lot of choice with. Oh, it's totally fun. A meetup would totally be awesome. I think that would be so much fun. And then everybody should show their favorite yarn boutiques that they like to go to. I have to schedule a visit to my yarn warehouse. I haven't shot the warehouse for a while, but they did a lot of renovations. So I would love to like do a little tour of the warehouse and show you what it looks like. It's really cool. It's in Toronto. I have an Afghan from early in my marriage, almost 50 years, was from my hubby this year, made him C2C. What's the C2C? Made him a C2C. Interesting. I don't know what a C2C is, but it's so sweet that you made him an Afghan. That is so nice. And it's like totally an heirloom piece now for you to be able to like make something for you and your family. Hello, my dear. It's great to see you. Thank you for joining on my live stream. Yarn Addict with Karen. Who knows Karen? She's so lovely. She does live streams as well. And lots of people came over from her channel as well. Can we all meet in the middle of us, like Chicago? My friend, I plan to go to Chicago. My aunt lives in Rolling Ridge, and I guarantee that when I go there, I'm going to try and come find you. We should shoot a vlog or something. I'd love to visit. You have a boutique, don't you? So I would love to visit your boutique. Wouldn't that be fun? And then we could do, I don't know if we could do a live because you need a little bandwidth, but we could always like shoot a video. Wouldn't that be fun? And then, but our borders have to open up, but anyway, it would be so much fun. Handmade designs. Oh my gosh. Handmade designs. I had it all. Okay. I have to apologize to you guys. There's something I took screenshots ready to shout out everybody. And I had a problem getting them to my computer. So I can't show the pictures of the shout outs. And I really want to do everybody's shout outs with visuals. So I'm going to do that on the next live. But Handmade Designs tagged me in some beautiful creations that she made. And I have them on here, but they're not in my computer, so I can't bring them up. But I'm going to put it on my next live because I'd really love to shout out your creations that you guys send me. I love it. I love when you tag me on things, and then I get like pleasantly surprised by the different projects that you guys are working on. It's very sweet of you. And for those of you who are not familiar, I'm on Instagram too. I'll be sure to put a link below in the description. But a lot of people who follow me on Instagram, they sometimes will chit chat with me on Instagram or send me pictures. So I just love to see what you guys are up to, what you're making, new patterns that you have out, because I still try other people's patterns too, and I love them. A lot of the more complex ones I'll make for myself. So just to make it like little garments for myself. So send out less pictures, but in my channel have a lot. Oh yes. Wouldn't that be fun? Yes, we should definitely hang out. And then you show me where your favorite yarn shops are, and then we'll just shop for yarn. Classy Crafty Wife in Chicago. So hooks. Let's talk hooks again. I don't know if you've watched my video on the last crochet hook review. Drop in the comments again your favorite hook that you're using right now. What I did in the video, if you recall, I'm not going to recap everything, but I did a review on the boy hook, which is my favorite. I'm actually making something with it right now. That's why it has the ergonomic hook on it. And then the Susan Bates hook. And for you who are new and still kind of picking your crochet hook, maybe this will be interesting for you when it comes to like hooks and that sort of thing. But I'm pretty basic when it comes to like hooks. I'm not all that fancy. And for years and years and years, I've been using Boy and Susan Bates. Okay. So I haven't changed. And then of course you guys were like, you should try this. You should try this. Have you tried these hooks? And yes, Sylvia C. Most people start with Boy or Susan Bates because they're at Walmart, they're at Michael's. It's what you can get if you need a quick hook, right? So, and I've never changed, but I did endeavor to try to use different kinds of hooks. Now, my take on the Susan Bates hook is that I do like it. It's a bit shorter, so when I put it inside of my ergonomic handle, the shank ends up being shorter. But I kind of like that because then it didn't cramp my hand when I also have to hold the project. That's what I mentioned in my crochet hook review video. The Furls hook, which I also am growing to love more and more, is like, you know what? I just entirely love it for the aesthetic. The more I look at it, I'm like, oh, because I actually was gonna give away the other Furls hook I bought because I'm like, when am I gonna use this? But I can't bring myself to give it away just yet. So I think I'll keep it only because it's so nice. There was a sale at Furls and I almost bought a case and I'm like, what am I thinking? Am I really going to buy like 10 more of these so I have them in a case? I would love that because they're gorgeous. And I thought, oh, I could put it on the shelf. And when I switch my YouTube video back around, I could put it on my white shelf. But I mean, I want to love Furls so bad, but the thing is that I can only crochet with it for a short period of time because the shank is so long. So I get hand cramps trying to like maneuver just the way I hold the project. Okay. So now I compared these three in the video. That was a quick kind of like summary of the three hooks I reviewed in the video. And since then, guess who's arrived in the mail? Friends, who uses these? I have the clover hook. I have a clover hook and I have a tulip hook. Okay. I bought everything in the 5mm and crocheted the exact same thing in these 5mm hooks. I crocheted the same yellow hat in these. And here is my take on these hooks. Okay. I don't know which to first start with, but let me compare it in the same way that I did the other one. Better to hold over hand. Oh, okay. Okay, Sylvia, thank you for that. Okay, I'll just catch up here. Furls, all the research I've done says you have to give it 2 weeks to get used to them. And then you'll love them. That's the thing, eh? You will love them. And the next thing you'll know, you're buying $30 hooks, which I think, you know what? I think I might make it a little thing, like a collection thing for myself, because they're just so pretty. They're like buying bracelets or something. They're too long for me, the furls. I love clover. Okay, so let's get into this. Okay, so I'm going to start with clover. There we go. Thank you for that suggestion. Okay, I have to do everything in relation to boy because I use boy. Okay, so furls, the distance between the distance of the shank ends up being about the same when I have my boy inside the crochet hook ergonomic handle. So when I started using this, and the head was, I found, you probably all know this, it was almost identical. I like that there's a point at the top of the furl of the crochet I like that there's a point at the top. I like the narrowing shank, that it narrows towards the head. I like the length of the shank. And then the handle. Let me just talk about this handle. This handle is like, I love the feel of it. This, whatever they chose for the rubber, it's got a teeny bit of give, and it's got a lovely grip, and it has no give in terms of like, if you're using it rough, it has no give. It doesn't like waddle around inside of the holder, which I really, really like, because sometimes when a metal hook is inside of a holder, it'll kind of like, it'll give you that little tick, tick, tick. Oh, if there's a little bit of give, it drives me bananas, right? So this doesn't do that. And it's probably because when you look inside they probably put that little dot right here. In the dot, you can see that this steel hook goes right through the entire holder, which is, to me, it's like, good for you. You didn't chintz. This company did not chintz on like making a nice, solid, full piece. So I really like that. And then once I started crocheting with it, I got to say, it was the closest thing to using a boy. And again, there's something about the feel of this. And then it feels like it's nickel. The shank is like nickel. So the glide on it, oh my gosh. When I started crocheting, I was like, oh boy, I love this hook. I love this hook. So I was surprised immediately how much I loved it. So interestingly, now I interchange this one and this one. I'm trying to build up my hand strength. So, because I'm still crocheting the sleeve of my sweater, I've been using the clover hook. I've been starting with it to kind of build my hand strength with it, because I just love this hook. I can understand why people who use boy switch to clover. It just feels so good. It's like it's like home in a hook. Okay, I feel like I've come home to another hook. So, but it's still like the handle is it is smaller than my ergonomic hook. So over time, I'm still crocheting a little bit slower with the clover, and then when I want to speed it up, I'll move back to the boy. But the smoothness, it's smoother than the boy hook. So if you're already enjoying a boy hook, I would strongly recommend boy advocates to consider clover. And the price point of these are pretty darn good. Like, they're not very, very expensive. I was tempted to buy the whole set for $65 on Amazon. I don't know if that's a good price, but that's the only way I could get the whole set. So it's saved in my cart, but I haven't brought myself to buying the whole set yet. But I am so tempted because I just love this hook. Okay. So now let me just catch up. I love clover hooks and Susan Bates. Yes, they would make sense that you can easily migrate to the two. I use Susan Bates. I've tried others. I just struggle, so I stick with Bates. I even got some furls, but cannot do. Yes, furls, I think, they're like the glam hook. You want to crochet with it, but I don't know. I just find it hard to use for a long period of time. So, but I mean, if you want to get used to it, you could totally get used to it. It's kind of like, I don't know, for me, it's kind of like having that really, really luxury handbag. Like, it's kind of impractical. It's pretty, but the shoulder strap hurts you, but you want to have the cute bag, but it's not as comfortable as when you wear the canvas crossbody from Mountain Equipment Co-op. You're like, yeah, this is comfortable. That's my difference between like furls and my boy hook. Okay, then I tried tulip. Okay, ready for tulip, my friends? Who's a tulip fan out there? Let me just double check that I didn't miss anybody. Let's see. Congratulations to your daughter. Oh, Bridget or Avis, my friend. Okay, so thank you for congratulations on my daughter. Let's see here. I just bought Prim crochet set of Amazon and love them. Okay, my Prim just arrived in the mail. So I'm going to do I'll include Prim. I'm going to compare Prim to another hook that I also received in another one. But I'm comparing, what I really want to do is compare ones that were like so similar. So tulip, friends, have you used boy and clover and tulip? Okay, let's take a look here. Tulip, similar. I thought, okay, this is not going to be that much different than I'll bet you than clover, because again, the head is almost identical. It narrows at the tip. Oops. Here we go. It narrows. The head narrows at the top. The shank narrows towards the hook, and like the shank is almost the exact same length, and then the shape of the handle is almost identical. Okay, so I crocheted with this. Whoops, my Susan Bates dropped. But anyway, so I crocheted with the tulip. Here's my take on this. The experience in crocheting is kind of like, it's whatever material they use or the metal that they chose for me for the tulip hook. It wasn't as smooth, I found. Like, it was like smooth as like a boy hook in terms of like the metal for the tulip, but it was like, it was good. Like, but it wasn't better than the clover, I found. And all things being almost identical, the deal breaker for me, which would make me buy a full set of clover instead of tulip, is, and I got to give the other strong attributes of tulip as well. I got to hand it to them too. They don't chintz out. They totally put the hook all the way through the handle. There's no give either. It's like sturdily built, awesome, awesome hook. If you're going from boy, you want to try something else too, this is a good transition as well. But the deal breaker for me was the handle. The handle, there's something about clover handles. I love it's a little bit malleable, but like it's soft. And this is plastic as well, but it's kind of harder. So it's not as kind of fun to use. Even when I compared it with my boy hook inside the ergonomic hook, their ergonomic hook, they make it in this really soft plastic as well. So it is just slightly soft enough to give you like comfort, but this one is like that's very stiff. So I don't like the plastic. So this is the only thing that is like a deal breaker for me, is the feel of the handle. But it is a decent handle. I do like the groove in it, and it keeps your hand going. But if I had a choice and I can only bring one thing with me, I would bring, like on vacation or a long drive, I would probably bring the clover because it's narrow. It takes up less room in your crochet bag. And or my boy hook with the original crochet like ergonomic hook. So that is my take on the clover and the tulip. Drop in the comments what you think, guys. Have you found it as much? Sylvia, it has no give. Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't have any give. It's kind of like holding a pen. Like it's that comfortable. It's like holding a pen with no no comfort on it. So even though it's shaped for you, it's just too narrow to feel any more comfortable. But even though it's about the same width as the clover, the clover just has this kind of cushy, like it's not super cushy, but it's like comfortable, and it feels like like it won't really form a callus or anything like that. So you pencil grip the others. You can you can pencil it, so you can pencil grip the others. Yes, I think. Let's see. Yarn, Nut, and Crochet. Hello, Karen. First time catching your live. Looks very interesting. I'm glad you find it interesting. Thank you for dropping by. Yarn, Nut, Yarn, and Crochet. Tell me where you're dialing in from. I'd love to hear. And I'll just catch up with your thoughts on the boy. I didn't like the boy. It's not smooth. No, it's not. It's not smooth. I'll have to admit, boy is less smooth than the tulip. So if I had to order them in terms of glide, oh my gosh, this clover glides like it's on rails. Okay. Then I would say glide for my boy hook and then tulip. It's okay. This tulip hook is pretty good. Like if I had met a friend who needed a size 5 hook, I'd probably give them the tulip hook because it is pretty comfortable and it's a nice one to get used to. It's better than just holding the hook all by itself plain, for sure. This is a good alternative to just a plain hook. I tried to listen to your newest video while I was in the shower, but this was live. So I'm done my shower and ready to listen for a bit again. We'll save it for later, my friend, because now let's do live stuff. Arthritis. Oh, so I changed grips as long as I go, depending on how yes. Sylvia, have you tried attaching this hook, this ergonomic handle to this? I'm telling you, it's a godsend. I really, really like it. Oh, we have a friend in Wisconsin. Welcome, my dear. I don't think anyone else is from Wisconsin today. So I just appreciate that you come and you're watching and enjoying the content today. So I did receive some other hooks, and I did get a prim, so I'm going to cover that one on another day. You know what else arrived in the mail? I think you might find interesting as well. This is a little bit funny, okay? Because you know what I'm interested in is how many of you guys, you probably saw on my feed, I was asking about subscription boxes. I don't receive any subscription boxes, but I enjoy watching people unbox theirs. Okay. So I know probably a lot of people, that's a huge genre in like YouTube, right? Unboxing subscription boxes. But I also I don't have a big house. So I try not to accumulate too much stuff I can't put to use because I already have so much stuff in my studio for my business. But that's why I kind of I enjoy watching other people's subscription boxes. But then I got wondering, if you get a subscription box, tell me if you get one, because the boy is kind of heavy on the hand. If you get a subscription box, and which one's your favorite one? Because I'm either debating on receiving one, but I like the feedback that a lot of people put on the subscription box posts that I posted over the course of the week. A lot of people are saying they probably spend $35 to $45 on a subscription box, but most people say it's got to be enough yarn to at least make a project out of. And to me, that makes so much sense, to have enough to make a project. What I'm curious about is people who get subscription boxes, or say you only get one skein. What do you do with it? Do you just make a one skein project, or is it just you will combine it later on with other stuff? Or is it because you like the yarn art aspect of the subscription box, or the story of the person who made the yarn, or that it was hand dyed? I'm just I'm curious, because there's a lot of people who do just one skein subscription boxes. They range for about $30 to $40, and then what have you made from your subscription box? I'd be just curious. I like the point on the baits for the city. Let's see too. Yes, me too. Cotton. So, baits for cotton. Ah, yes. Sometimes for different yarns, it's interesting to use different different hooks. You know what? I was crocheting with alpaca when I was using my clover hook, and I crochet with alpaca a lot with this hook too. I don't crochet a lot with yarn, but I'm wondering how that would be if I were to crochet with a different fiber. It's interesting. Okay, J-Hook just showed dragonfly yarn. Oh my God, some of the nicest for sub boxes. Yeah, you know, I should message J-Hook and ask her. I'm like, what have you made with some of your crochet subscription boxes? Because she has the coolest subscription boxes that I would love to try, but I'm just scared to bring more stuff in. You know what I found really interesting about one of J-Hook's videos is she has such great feedback, but she has such great feedback on subscription boxes. She was talking one time about shipping, and she was talking about how her package got to her quicker when it was in a bubble mailer instead of a box. But the thing about subscription boxes is that they're always usually in a box. Now, for me, I'm always trying to earlier this video, we were already talking about how messy my studio is. So putting more boxes in there would be you know what? I'd end up breaking down the boxes and having to recycle them like I always do with my boxes. Do you guys like the box? Do you keep it in the box? Or does it make more sense to ship subscription boxes in a clear see-through bag so it can become a project later? What do you guys think? I would love to hear. Whoa, big dollars, but don't have a subscription. Yeah, it can be expensive. Even with, I joined HelloFresh for a little while, for meal preparation. I had to cancel it. I actually fell behind because when I'm doing certain things for work or projects, I don't cook. And then my husband has to order out. So I ended up with all these bags of food that I felt so bad because by the time I got the time to use it, sometimes the vegetables weren't as fresh. Now I'm scared of that happening with subscription boxes because I'm scared that they'll build up. But I do love receiving surprise yarn. Squishy, yes. I find them a bit kinchy. What is that thing I would get yarn you don't like? I prefer to squish the yarn. Yeah, but it's a toss-up on what you'll receive. But I guess that's a lot of people were saying, almost 45% of the people who replied to the poll that I asked about subscription boxes were saying that they like the element of surprise. Isn't that interesting? So half of the people, probably about 55%, I think it was, said that they like knowing what they're going to get, and they want to know what it is that they're going to be able to make out of it. And it should be enough for a project, and they want to be able to get access to it again. And the other 45% said that they like surprises. So for me, I even found out the sex of my baby when I had my children. So I'm not great with surprises because I always feel like I need to plan ahead. But I feel like I would need to know if I can make something out of it. Lots of sub boxes are on Dstash and eBay. Lots of people never use them. I like the concept, but if there's only one skein, I can only use so many scarves or hats. Interesting. Yeah, that's what I'm scared will happen too. Thanks, Kathy. I find that as well. So you know what I did? I did take part in a little design subscription where you join a subscription designer, and then you make something along with that designer. Have you guys ever done that? Those are fun. But anyway, I did join one of those ones, and she was like, use your yarns that you have available. And everything she made kind of was you could use any mishmash of the same gauge of yarn. So usually the yarns she was designed, the garment she was designing was just a size 3 or size 4 weight. And then you just use your yarn. I'm thinking if you were ever to have a subscription box and you have a buildup of yarns, I would make those things. You would have this sweater made of all these different yarns. That would be kind of fun, wouldn't it? So a follow-up to a subscription box, but it'd be a good way to use up all of your yarn. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anyone. Shipping is so much to Canada. I know shipping to Canada is usually so much. I used to order subscription boxes, but I started to stack up and not use them because it wasn't the yarn I could. Yeah, I know. So that's the thing I was wondering. But I mean, I still kind of like the joy of subscription boxes. So I admire the people who like do their unboxings, because at least you can live vicariously through them, but you can't feel the yarn, which is kind of like totally the best part of having like your own yarn. Hello, Divergent. I would like to see a version of Ipsy in yarn sub boxes, like 5 different produced yarns with option to get bigger items or more expensive items. Interesting. I was thinking about doing like not so much a subscription box, but a sampler box, because people like, I feel bad that after I do a giveaway, that the people who love the yarn, a lot of people comment that they don't have access to like the bamboo or the alpaca and the merinos that I'm showing. So I was wondering if it would be interested to receive, like to put little small, so like sampler boxes out, like, hey, if you really were interested in these, like here's 2 balls, you know, for sale. I don't know if that'd be of interest to people. What do you guys think? Drop in the comments if you think that would be a good idea. Because I have like, I could put those boxes together. We need to stitch along with you. I would love that. I did a stitch along once, like way at the beginning of COVID, and I would love to do that. I'm working on a project right now, but I'm almost done because I'm trying to revise all of the modules and do updates from my course that I had made. And when I'm done updating everything, then I'm like, I really want to get back. Like I haven't put a new pattern out, so I want to put a new pattern out, and then I want to do stitch alongs because I only had those like few patterns, and I do love doing patterns. They take a little bit longer to shoot though, don't they? So that's why I admire people who are so consistent with getting their patterns out and shot and out on YouTube. They are just so fantastic. Francis, I'll look after. Oh, so sweet. It's so funny, like just juggling ideas. If you haven't seen my last video too, that's the whole thing too, like juggling enough, like juggling, fitting everything in. That's the thing. That's one of the reasons I started this channel, because I'm like, how do mompreneurs do it? How do they fit everything in? I have to make a conscious effort to really plot out on Sunday night when I plan to do things, and then get other things done. When I write it down, usually it gets done, but you have to have those like B items that if they fall off the list, you got to be okay with that. So maybe one day I'll show you how I prioritize what I should do. I mean, I'm not a perfect person, but I try and get stuff done, at least so I feel like I'm not like I'm not a slacker. But yeah, like I should show you how I do some of these things. Ipsy's a sampler makeup subscription, or for more you get full-size products. Interesting. Hey guys, there was a company that sent me a makeup. It's not so much makeup. No. There's no makeup in it. It's called Verse, and I'm gonna unbox it in the next in another live stream, because I want to show you what they sent to me. It was very nice of them to send me this makeup. I think it's a whole facial regime. So I can't wait to share it with you guys. I don't have a facial regime. Like basically what's on sale at Shoppers Drug Mart is what I get. I still use the same clean and clear cleanser that my daughter uses. And like I'm, like I haven't moved up to some sort of fancy facial regime. And when people recommend things to me for like on Amazon, I'll try it. Like I just recently reached an age where I'm starting to get these dark marks on my face. So I started using vitamin C on my face, but I use what's economical, and I'm always open to like trying stuff that keeps skin healthy and young. You look so beautiful. Oh my gosh, you're so sweet. You're very, very kind. I'm gonna admit, I use concealer. Okay, I have concealer because I'm getting the dark spots on like I have a cool age spot like right. You can't probably see it. I don't want to bore you with my age spot. So anyway, I think I look like youngish because maybe I have a round face. It runs in my family, so. Thank you. I appreciate that you think I have good skin. I have to say, like, I don't like, I've already gone through my phases where I've had like acne. I still get acne. I still get like, like monthly acne, So, but when I had my kids, I got a lot of my acne like in my 30s, like where it really affected my face. So, and I think it was just hormonal because, when you have your kids, you get acne, your face gets really oily. So you're too kind. Okay. And I'm feeling self-conscious. Okay. So one thing I did want to do before, lunch is almost over. I want to keep going. So I'll try and do this really quick. Okay. So don't stay on because I wanted to do something fun. We haven't done anything like this for a while. Anyway, I wanted to show you, let me get back to here. I wanted to show you, let's drop in the comments. Thank you so much, Sylvia. You're so sweet. Oh, I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. I wanted to hear from you guys. When you're crocheting, what are your favorite movies that you like to play on the television? Okay, let me just tell you, I want to hear from you guys what your favorite movies are. And because now that summer holidays is on, maybe we can all kind of like watch each other's favorites, right? So I'm going to share with you some of my favorites so that if you have a little bit more time this summer, you're along driving, you want to download stuff to your phone to watch in the car, then you could check these movies out. They're movies you probably have already seen, but these are my favorites when I'm crocheting at home and no one else is going to kick me off the television set. And I can just I've got a lot of crocheting to do other than listening audiobooks. Then this is what I will do. Okay. You guys know I have allergies, so bear with me one sec. Okay, so I'm going to give you my top movies that I recommend for watching. And my strategy when I'm watching videos is that I like to watch videos that are really, really long. That way I don't have to get up when I'm done, because you can crochet for hours, right? So I try and choose movies that are at least 2 to 3 hours or longer. Okay. So, and I can watch a story, and I like watching movies that I've seen before so that if I'm looking down, I don't have to feel like I've missed something. And I like things that make me feel good or maybe kind of carry away my imagination. So these are the ones that I find are interesting. So, okay, let me just screen share with you because I'd love to hear what movies you love. Oh my gosh. First of all, I'm going to see who's chirped in some favorites. Any Betty Davis movie. Oh yes. I haven't watched a lot of Betty Davis. I should check that out. I love these. When calls the heart. When calls the heart. I have not seen that. I should check that out. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to share with you my favorites if you're looking to binge classics. I don't know if they're exactly classics, but more shows than movies, but typically on Netflix so I can binge. I'm going to do a separate one for Netflix. Miss Potter, Gone with the Wind. I love Gone with the Wind. The Twilight Saga is lots of hours. Oh my gosh, Pride and Prejudice 1995, 5 hours. Okay, you're going to love this. You're going to love my list. Okay, so I'm going to share with you what my list is. Okay, hold on. Whoops. Bear with me. Here I am trying to be technically savvy. Okay. So, and these are kind of in no particular order, but I am going to show you. Oops. Hold on. Ugh. Bear with me, guys. I know. Hold on. Gallery. I'll just do it like this, and then I'll share my screen. Okay. This is much better. Okay, here are my picks, and maybe you'd like to check these out. The first one is, you know me, I love musicals. I love a good musical. I could probably do a whole video on just musical recommendations. West Side Story. I know Steven Spielberg has redone West Side Story. I can't wait to see it. I'd love to see what he does with it. I'll probably love that one as well. I totally love In the Heights, but my tried and true, I always love watching West Side Story. So I love to sing along. I know all the words. This is one I always watch. Another favorite, and it's epically long, Titanic. Okay. You can always watch Titanic. I hate the part after they realize that the ship is sinking, but I love watching Titanic. Awesome. Yes, when calls the heart, Heartland too. Let's see here. Lord of the Rings. Oh my God, I didn't put that in here. Lord of the Rings. Absolutely on the new director's cut, because then each of them are 4 hours long. That's the like these are the ones you can really settle into when you're crocheting. Now I have a couple books in here too that I didn't get to. Girl on a Train. I listened to this recently. This one's not that long, but I listened to the audiobook. I think it was about 5 hours long on the audiobook. But the funny thing was I was trying to complete a project and I was up until like 4 o'clock in the morning crocheting, and the story like freaked me out. But this was a fun one to watch. Now, friends, yes, Pride and Prejudice. This is probably, if I had to talk about any book that I loved, it's Pride and Prejudice. I will, if I had to take one book with me and I only have to choose one book forever, I'd probably choose Pride and Prejudice. But the movie, when I saw the 1995 BBC production of Pride and Prejudice, this is the only version I will watch. This is the only acceptable Pride and Prejudice anybody should watch. So I highly recommend it. If you haven't seen Colin Firth in this movie, this is the epitome of the best movie I would recommend to watch. It's like 6 hours long or 5 hours long, but it's just an awesome story. It's an awesome story and an awesome movie. The book was better than the movie with Girl on the Train. Oh, yes. I didn't watch the movie. I listened to the audiobook. So for Girl on the Train, and then Sound of Music. I put this on because I love singing soprano and I love to sing along to Sound of Music. If you can get the ones with the words, it's always so fun to sing along. Because who doesn't love to sing along when they are in like watching something? So, or a good musical is the only version. 95. All day, right? I love the Bridget Jones Diary ones too. I think that Colin Firth is the best. I hope, like, yeah, he's kind of typecast in that role, but he just does that role all the time. Actually, no, he's done a lot of different things like Shakespeare in Love. Colin Firth and Shakespeare in Love. Loved him there too. So funny. You sing soprano too? Oh my gosh, so many singers. See, we're artsy in so many ways. I love singing soprano. I used to be in the Peel Choral Society. So, and we used to sing in different places. I just love singing. That's why I just do it as a do it, dear. Oh my gosh, Sylvia, you kill me. You're so funny. Yes, Sound of Music. Sound of Music. It's got like it's one of the greatest like musicals. I am going over, but I'm having so much fun, guys. I love hearing which movies you like. Hello, Elizabeth. It is great to see you. Thank you so much for catching our live. Emma, that's a great movie. I like all the versions I've seen. Do you like the one with Gwyneth Paltrow? I have read Emma. I read Emma a long time ago, but I have not seen the movie. Somebody also mentioned further up here something about Twilight. Girl on the Train, yes. What's this? Can't watch Call the Midwife too often. Can't crochet and cry. I know, it's hard to cry and crochet at the same time. Kathy, you're so funny. Best of all, Lord of the Rings. Oh, yes. I'm trying to find the comment. Good series Prime, The Suits, The America and Yorkshire Vet. Kathy, we're going to cover a Netflix one, and which are binge-worthy series. And that's a beautiful thing about Netflix, because you can just let them continue playing. I'm trying to, oh, here it is, Kathy. Miss Potter Gone with the Wind, the Twilight Saga. Oh, yes. I got carried away with the Pride and Prejudice recommendation. But the Twilight Saga, okay. I love the Twilight Saga, read all the books. When I saw who they casted as Bella, because I was so set in my mind what Bella looked like, I couldn't watch the movie, only because it's not who I would have casted. And I didn't want to be disappointed by watching the movie. But you know what? It's been so long since I've read the Twilight books that maybe I would give it another try and watch all the Twilight Saga, because I have not seen any of them. Can you believe it? Another movie that I was trepidatious about watching was The Hunger Games, because The Hunger Games, I had an idea about what what the characters look like, but I think they casted them so well. And I could watch the movie Hunger Games over and over and over again. Now, I apologize that I have gone over, but I didn't recommend my movies so that you cannot watch them. So today I'm giving away a $10 flash giveaway Amazon gift card. Yes. So if you want to buy a book or a movie, or just again apply it to whatever is in your cart, why not? Right? Maybe you can try one of these clover hooks, put it towards that. But today we are doing a flash giveaway. I should have started this sooner because it looks like I might have lost a person or two. Oh, you like to listen to music? Okay, I'm going to go through the comments, but I'm going to put here. If you guys are interested in winning a $10 Amazon gift card, like right now, we're doing a flash giveaway to maybe buy one of these movies that's recommended, or a book, or maybe one of the hooks we covered today. Put in our, whoops. Put in, gee, did you think I left? And you're like, wait, that was supposed to be a giveaway just now. Oh my gosh. Okay. Put in the comments below hashtag silver screen. Okay. Hashtag silver screen. Okay. Everybody who wants to enter the $10 Amazon gift card, hashtag silver screen, into the comments below. We're going to do a comment giveaway, flash giveaway for whatever you like in Amazon. Okay. $10. So let's see here. Let me catch up in the comments while you guys are getting your chat in. Okay. Make sure it's hashtag silver screen. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, some other recommendations. Marvel Universe movie, Anne of Green Gables. Yes, Anne of Green Gables for sure. And all the Marvel Universe. That's a lot of action. There's a lot of action. I don't tend to watch a lot of action movies when I crochet, because all you hear when you're crocheting is explosion. I tend to like to watch like good talk movies. So, but yeah, totally. Anne of Green Gables. I'm disappointed that they canceled the new Anne with an A. Did you guys watch that on Netflix? I was really enjoying that. I like the new take on it. Like, I like the old Anne of Green Gables, but I miss the take on it. Oh yeah, Sylvia, totally. YouTube videos. Absolutely. I like watching people's YouTube videos, kind of just letting them go from like one to another. Gone with the Wind. Oh yeah, and Gone with the Wind. I just started watching Gone with the Wind again too. Oh yes. Music or songs. There's some epic music. I like when I need to feel energized. So if I'm crocheting like super late at night trying to finish something, I'll listen to Sia, like a Sia playlist, because it's like so high energy. It's like very dancing. Oh, Lander, guys, here's some awesome recommendations. So maybe you could apply this if you win the giveaway, and with an E2. It was so good. It's too bad they ended it. It was a different take on it. Maybe like hardcore Anne of Green Gables people didn't like the new take on Anne, but I thought it was interesting what they did with the character. I know. Me too. That's awesome. Okay, good. We're getting people silver screen in, guys. Hashtag silver screen to win the flash Amazon gift card. Come on. Also, Divergent series is good. My name isn't based off movie. I like the Divergent series as well. I watched all those movies, didn't read the book. My husband read the book, but I enjoyed the movies for how they did them. Oh, wait. My friend. Okay, do it like this. Silver screen. You want it to look like this, okay? It has to look like this, or like the comment picker won't pick it up, okay? Hashtag silver screen, okay? I'll give it another few seconds, and then we're going to pick a winner. I love the documentary on Prime, Jane Austen ones, Kings and Queens. Oh, yes. You know which one I haven't even had a chance to watch on not YouTube, Netflix yet, is that it starts with a B. That one, the British one, and they said, some people say, oh, it's very racy. I still haven't got to watching that. Oopsie daisy. Yay, flash giveaway. We must watch them all. Well, there are totally good recommendations here, so we must watch them all. Gwyneth Paltrow. Can't remember the actress for the other version. I haven't seen the other version, but I want to watch the one with Gwyneth Paltrow. Have to go down an octave. Can't hit the high notes anymore. My mother had a beautiful soprano voice. Oh, you know what I would love to do? I was telling my kids how I would love to take vocal lessons again, because as you get older, yeah, your voice changes. It's hard. I can't hit the same range as I used to as a soprano. Okay, friends. I hope you all have your silver screen in no space, okay? Last time, please, hashtag silver screen with no space. It has to look like this, or else the giveaway picker won't pick it up. Okay? Last time, guys, come on, let's get it in so we can pick our silver screen winner. And I'll give you a little bit more time. Don't want to get, let's see here. Hook. Okay, guys, let's pull our winner. So I'm going to search the comments for hashtag silver screen for our flash $10 Amazon gift card giveaway. And let's start collecting the comments. Okay, good. Everybody's draw is in. Oh, gee, I hope it doesn't pick me by accident because I put it in there. We'll draw again if we have to. Here we go. Crazy Crafting Wife! Congratulations, my friend! We have a winner from Chicago. Woo, woo, woo. Congratulations. Oh my gosh, that was exciting. Okay, my friend. Let's see here. Okay, so just email me at Karen Miguel at bell.net. What your email is that you would like me to send it to. And my friend, you have won yourself a $10 gift card to try any of these movies recommended, or a hook, or whatever. Okay. Or just like buy something from Amazon that you really like. So friends, I feel like I went way over lunch hour, but I hope you were able to enjoy it and enjoy your lunch. And thank you for joining me today. So if you have any questions, post them. If you haven't joined me on Bliss by Hand, go ahead and head over there. Don't forget, my giveaway is still on, okay? My 3,000 subscriber giveaway is still on, so you could still enter that if you like as well. And friends, I will see you the next time we live stream, or the next time I post, and catch up with my last video from yesterday. And I hope you all have a great lunch hour and have a safe, happy, and healthy life. Bye, friends.